helping them travel up to around 16 k's each night in search of their food source. A Parks and Wildlife ranger once microchipped a devil up a crater mountain. 2 days later was found out at Strawn on the west coast. That's over 120 k's. Now this is not unusual for a younger devil that's dispersing from its mother in the wild, but when they're sexually mature at 2 years of age, they'll establish a home range or a territory. This home range can be up to around 30 square kilometres, and they'll occupy den sites and burrows there, as they're a burrowing animal just like a wombat, but they won't burrow near as extensively as a wombat. If they get the opportunity, they'll try and steal a wombat burrow. Doing that does pose a risk, as a wombat has an excellent defence, a hard plate of cartilage located on its back end, and it will use this to defend itself down a burrow if need be. They have found the remains of devils down their burrows. Now they used to share the same cave systems as Tasmanian Aboriginal people, and they were once found on the Australian mainland, but died out over there an estimated 3,000 years ago, just like their extinct relative, the Tasmanian tiger, and this is probably due to a change in the climate and competition with larger predators like the dingo. There was a human skeleton found in a cave in New South Wales that was predicted to be 7,000 years of age, and on this human skeleton was a necklace of over 170 devil teeth. So it's likely that the devil was a sacred animal amongst the Aboriginal people. Now you notice they'll eat the insides of the animal first, as that's the most nutritious parts. They want to get as much nutrients in before more devils move in for the feed. But they also, in a way, work together when they're feeding. It's like a game of tug of war, and this breaks down the carcass, make feeding time a lot easier. And they'll attract each other to a carcass by the vocalisation that they produce. A lot of the fighting is just bluff and posture. A lot of noise, a lot of racket, not a lot of serious contact going on. They'll clash teeth in a similar way to deers clash antlers, and that's to avoid any serious injuries. Now you'll find them in all parts of Tasmania, from coastal areas to mountainous areas. Devils along the coast, they often have a different diet to the ones that are found up in the mountains. They'll feed upon crustacean, washed up fish. On occasion they've been seen feeding on whale carcass. And if they come across an animal the size of a whale, they'll stay there for months until pretty much all of it disappears. Wherever the food is, the devils will be. There's a story of a group of devils that found a cow carcass on a farmer's property one evening. The farmer heard quite a lot of screeches and yells coming from the area where he'd buried this cow. He went over to investigate in the morning. Noticed a lot of digging around the site. The next night, the same screeches. Went over to look again, and he noticed devils had dug their way right down to the cow, and they started eating the insides of the animal out. Denned in there for up to a month, until pretty much all of it disappeared. They only left the large bones like the skull, spine and legs. Now, if you take a look at their body structure, you might notice that they're built in a similar way to hyenas in Africa. A large head, strong neck and jaw muscles, sloping back end. They share similar behaviours as well, as they socially feed, scavenge and eat everything on the carcass. Their head and their neck are around 35% of their body weight, and this is what gives them a bone-crushing bite force. A fully grown male can bite down with the same pressure as a pit bull dog when fully matured, and this is how they break through large bones on kangaroos and wallabies in the wild. When the food's available, they have been known to eat to around 40% of their body weight in half an hour, and that's like you eating a 25 kilo piece of steak. They really can pack it in. They're gorge feeders simply because they don't know when their next meal is. It could be 5 minutes away, could even be a week away, so they've got to make the most of the opportunities that arise. And if they do gorge themselves, they can easily go without food for weeks in the wilderness. They're highly adaptable animals. Now we've got a mixture of ages amongst these devils, ranging from 1.5 to around 4 years of age. The average life expectancy in the wild is 5, in captivity it's around 6 or 7. So a devil in the prime of its life is around 2-3 years of age. And each individual has its own unique personality.